So let's switch to English and welcome to Alex Doan from ThingsBoard. And we are really interested in your presentation regarding the product updates of ThingsBoard. And feel free to introduce yourself and share your screen.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect. First of all, thank to it-novum for the invitation, and kudos to organizers for for your activities and approach in building and developing community. Thank you. Briefly about myself, my name is Alex. I'm the vice president at ThingsBoard. I've been with the company for more than 5 years. Yeah, probably almost since the beginning of the of ThingsBoard incorporated as a company. Our flagship product is definitely ThingsBoard platform, and we have supplement products. And today I will focus my speech on the upcoming release. The internal deadline for the release is today. So either you have the first-hand hot news, or if we will postpone it till next week, anyway, you will have some insights that are not available for the rest of the world. So let me share my screen. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully you can see my slides.
Yes, we can see the slides.
I will not focus on the company itself. So currently we have more than 80 people in the company. The core team is about 20 engineers. Other people, they cover support, they cover development services, they cover development of supplement products, etc. I want to emphasize that most of the team are Ukrainians, and the core are in the offices here in Kyiv in Ukraine. Me personally, I'm also in Kyiv. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to visit this meetup in Fulda this time, but hopefully it will change sometime in the future. Okay, let's probably go to the main news and topics about ThingsBoard. So what are our goals, at least for this year, for the product development? We know that the platform is quite mature, but it's also complicated. The learning curve is very steep, and that's why we are moving towards simplicity. Yeah, we have a rich feature set, but now we are trying to improve and hopefully do this successfully. The user experience and overall simplicity of the platform. What do I mean? First of all, as the platform is currently low code, we try to make it zero coding effort platform. And the second is to make the UI more intuitive and easy to use. So what's done in this direction? First of all, recently we've implemented solution templates. Let me probably switch to this. I don't have that slide. Okay. The solution templates that help customers to build applications easily. So just one can press the button and install the application and basically use it as is. Anyone can adjust them or make derivatives, whatever. Our goal is to collect feedback from the market and hear what kind of templates are needed. So in this regard, our partners network is super helpful because we ask them, they ask the end customers, and in this case we have clear picture or more or less clear picture what kind of templates are highly demanded, what features are needed, and so on. So particularly this user meetup is one of the ways how we can collect feedback, and definitely I'd like to hear from those who now use ThingsBoard or would like to use the platform or looking into IoT direction, just to hear what kind of use cases or what are the goals, particularly your goals are. So apart from the templates, we definitely have widgets and other options how to work with the data. So this minor release will be focused on UI improvements mainly, plus the mobile application. Let me start from this slide. So on this slide, as you can see, yeah, there are a few bullets, like we will add new widgets, we will add the possibility to send push notifications to mobile application, as we have the project for mobile applications and many of our customers, and they asked a lot about this option. We will also add specific features to the Edge product and so on. So let's probably move to, this is my first slide. Push notifications to mobile application. This can be super configurable. Some events have been triggered, some thresholds have been violated, or you as an administrator would like to send some notification to your user who has this mobile application. So multiple use cases can be now covered. It would be useful for field workers, for end users, and so on. It's a typical feature and highly demanded feature for mobile application. Now we will have it. It will be available, if not today, then probably next week. New charts, we've changed, or let's say we've added new library. Now we will use Apache charts. And with this update, it brings new features for our time series charts. And I will tell about them a little bit later. We've also noticed that our customers sometimes struggle with very simple widgets or simple features on a dashboard. Like they need to add some buttons, they need to add some switchers, controllers, and so on. So we also moved in this direction, and we developed specific widgets with predefined or pre-configured options to make the overall user experience more simpler. Instead of having the generic HTML button, we have a dedicated widgets bundle, like buttons bundle, or control widgets, or specific industrial widgets, and so on. And this flow will go further. So in our upcoming releases, there will be more and more new widgets, and something that will again help you accelerate the development. Let's probably take a look at what we have prepared more in detail. In time series widget. In time series widget, for example, we've added, thanks to this new library, we now can have multiple y-axis, and one can define how many axes, how do they look like, so different parameters, the position, units, and so on. So on a single widget, now one can render different values, different value types, different time series. We also improved our tooltips. So as you can see now, this is something that is configurable. If recently it should be done via some minor coding. So now it all is all done from UI using the regular configuration. You can choose colors, you can choose time windows, you can choose how to render your data points, and different options, different flexible options. We also now have the ability to define range colors, let's say. As you can see on this widget, you can set or make a grid or grade how to qualify or how to define certain state of the system and visualize it in color. Like if the system behaves normal, this would be these measurements. If it's the range from 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius, so it should be orange. And if it goes up, then the color can be changed. It was also highly demanded functionality, and now we have it. We also have this zoom in or zoom out for widgets view, which makes the user experience also a little bit better than it was previously. Here on this bar chart, as you can see, we now have labels, and each bar can be labeled, named, which is also very helpful in many cases. Regarding thresholds, there are a few options how to define thresholds. So it can be the constant or hard-coded within widget value. It can be the value taken from the entity that is a data source for the widget. It can be the telemetry key or the attribute key, whatever, or the threshold can be taken from the entity itself. Like if you have some specific threshold configured on a tenant as a attribute, for example, or on a customer level as an attribute, then this dynamic key will be used as a threshold. And thresholds can be rendered in multiple ways. One of them is like a line. So again, we are super flexible. If recently our dashboards were very mature and flexible, so now they are they just top up. And what we plan for our next releases, one of our milestones is to add the billing module to the platform. We do understand that many of our customers, they do business using ThingsBoard. They build applications, they host a platform, and they would like to charge customers or come up with some software as a service solution. So this is one of our goals. We also see the demand for new protocols. So now we are working on DLMS COSM transport implementation. More likely it will be available in 3.7 or in 3.7 version. We also working on self-diagnostic system. So first iterations have been done and implemented on the platform. The system administrator can do the minimal health check, but there will be an automatic system that will report about some issues with services, with microservices, with data flow, with queues, and so on, to help, to ensure that the platform works more or less controlled, even without need to engage some DevOps engineer. And one of the features or products that we also have in mind, and we've announced this product, it's a marketplace. Yeah, because we know that our partners and our customers, they develop applications, they develop use cases, widgets, connectors, and it really makes sense if one can either share it for free or sell it via this marketplace of devices, of solutions, of widgets, of whatever. So these are one of our upcoming goals for a few years, probably, because definitely it's not that easy to work on everything simultaneously. We try to, but unfortunately we need to focus. If you want to deliver something without bugs or less buggy, let's say, then we need to concentrate our efforts and deliver features and products step by step. Hopefully it makes sense to you. Okay, any questions?
So just looking in the chat. Thank you, Alex, for your presentation. Are there any questions for Alex or regarding the new version of ThingsBoard? Ja.
Bezüglich der Y-Achsen, gibt es da ein Limit, wie viele man anzeigen lassen
Okay.
kann?
There's one question regarding the y-axis. Is there any limitation how much y-axis you can define, or can they be
programmatically? Yeah, programmatically we don't limit the amount of y-axis. It's probably more about the user experience and convenience. So if you have them hundreds, so it's not super user friendly.
Absolutely. Okay, perfect. Ja.
Soll ich auf Deutsch oder auf Englisch?
Gerne auf Deutsch, ich übersetze.
Ja, ich kann auf Englisch.
Okay.
I just have one question about the widget library that you said you now included. Do you include all of the Apache widgets, or is it some and over time the rest will follow because you like customize them in some way, or?
Was this understandable, or so I can repeat?
Actually, yeah. Can you?
Okay, no problem.
I hear that.
So the question was, this Apache eChart library has a lot of visualizations. Are they all included, or only a subset which will be extended over time? I guess the latter.
Yeah. Not all of them are included in this release, and I'm not sure that all of them will be adopted to ThingsBoard, because as we previously used chart.js, and as we still use, we still use another library, and it also has similar widgets. So I don't think that we will absolutely substitute the existing widgets built on chart.js with Apache eCharts. We will just extend the number, or we will add widgets that will fill the gap or fill the demand that we cannot cover with chart.js. And alternatively, we also use the Apex charts. We use it heavily for trends product, and in some cases we also implemented for ThingsBoard, but more it's done if it's a custom widget. But again, I believe that later on we will add some Apex charts to ThingsBoard as well.
Okay, thank you. So looking into the chat, there are two additional questions. So the first one is, will the door sensor widget be in this release?
Yes.
Okay, perfectly. So I'm also interested in this widget on my own. And the second question, I'm reading it out, is the mobile application an app for Android and Apple, or is it an HTML5 web page which is responsive? means that it will be rendered when TB is opened on mobile device.
Yeah, I want to explain. These are purely mobile applications, Flutter projects. It's not like a progressive web app or something like that. And both projects for the community version and for professional version are open source. So if, for example, the licensee uses ThingsBoard Professional Edition, yeah, they can go to the GitHub, they can fetch the code, they can fork it, they can build the mobile application as is, and bundle the application, the image, to the ThingsBoard image that they use. White labeling and branding, definitely, it's allowed for this mobile application, and the licensee just publishes it as a native mobile application on either App Store or Play Market. Because the project is written in Flutter, then it's like platform agnostic. You can build both iOS and Android images.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Any more questions? Just wait a couple of minutes. There's either a question in the chat or from the audience in the room. Maybe in the meantime, one question from my side. So the existing widgets won't be replaced, if I got this correctly? No,
they will continue working. Yeah. Our approach, we are not deprecating something without either proper substitution with absolutely same functionality plus something new, or we retain the old feature plus and add new one.
Okay, perfect. And maybe another one from me. So regarding the solution templates, are there any examples you can mention which will come in the future? So in the past, they are a really good starting point for customer projects to get a feeling of what ThingsBoard is capable of. Are there any detailed plans regarding solutions, or?
Yeah, we are working now on pumps monitoring template and on smart parking template.
Oh, okay.
We also have it will be not like a template. It seems like a complete solution regarding the e-charging and smart. It's like how can I call it? How can we manage the communication between electric cars and the grid? So for this purpose, we've also implemented some specific protocols and so on, but it's a let's say this is a development in a stealth mode. Yeah, we're not publicly tell about it. So it's exclusively for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, there was one question. Yeah.
Since I'm pretty new to ThingsBoard, it may be an odd question, but the templates, is it possible basically to develop our own templates and have that in the library for our customers to choose from?
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the features of the marketplace that we are planning. Yeah, again, to enable our customers build their own solution templates and either sell them or deliver them or sell to other customers. Yeah, so the question is, yes, there will be an option.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, perfect. Any more questions?
So far, a few of our licensees and partners, they managed to do something similar. They made a workaround. So they host everything on Git, and they have a service that is using the REST API. It basically creates all the entities and all relations and the demo data for the customer. So this is how they manage to do that.
Okay, I see.
But again, we'd like to avoid such workarounds and deliver some easy to use solution.
Perfect. So,
are there any plans for upcoming feature having a more SCADA-like visualization? Like that I can have pictures of PNIDs, for example, and have widgets over the picture where I allow some interaction or visualizing of live value data or something like that?
If I understood you correctly, so you are asking about something like SCADA widgets or widgets that can render some data or dynamic data over images and so on. So by default, we have the image map widget, which already has this more or less functionality. But again, one of the widgets that we also work on is a SCADA-like widget, where one can basically build the model of the production, of the flow, of the liquid flow, and so on, using like an editor, or how can I call it? It will also have a possibility to place specific markers and to show the data on the widgets or on the top layer of this diagram and so on. And another thing is, as we have different kind of requests and different customers in that are using LiDAR and sonar technologies, they and other companies, they request us something to work with the 3D objects, and we will also implement this option. Just stay tuned with us and you'll see what we have.
Do you have a rough time frame where you think that could be a preview or something of that?
By the end of the year, we will have SCADA widget for sure. With respect to the 3D implementation, at the custom widget, we have it done for multiple customers again, but we need to make it as a generic solution that everyone can use. So I will not commit that it will be available this year, but I think we can cross our fingers to make it happen this year.
Yeah, good enough, thanks.
Okay, there are two additional questions from the chat. So the first one is regarding the row-based access control. The question is the following. Currently, there is no inheritance of rights between customer and sub-customer, right? Question?
Yes, and it's not super reasonable because it introduces a loose security. If you how can I say, if you give more permissions or more options to control something to non-technical or to many users, then in this case you will lose your centralized control. And why we have rules on a tenant level only? Because as a tenant or as a super user, you should be able to control everything. And then if you have customers to whom you give this option, they may corrupt something. Because in most cases, you know, on a tenant's level, you have more or less skilled engineer or DevOps or administrators who have technical knowledge. Yeah, on a customer's level, the level of knowledge or an expertise, it usually goes below. And then if you give, it's like you give the access to the system administrators to someone who is not super technical, and it might be the case that when they corrupt something. So that's why we are not planning to do that. But again, if no, I think even though we will have this demand, we will try to convince the community that it's not the best practice to have it.
Okay, I hope this answered the question.
The pump.
Okay. Then the second one. So it's regarding the pump solution template you just mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Can you give some ideas what this will be looking like in detail?
Yeah, there will be the visualization, definitely visualization of pools and pumps, with the ability to control, with definitely with alarms, with configuration of alarms, with ability to assign responsible engineers or engineer who is on shift. And there will be a few states for that solution template. What else can I say? And particularly for that template, we also develop a specific widget for visualization.
Thank you. So we will waiting some minutes. If there's another question, yeah.
Do you plan also to implement the functionality to add mobile phones as devices in ThingsBoard or mobile tablets?
Okay, I just repeated. Are there any plans to add mobile devices in ThingsBoard as devices such as smartphones, tablets, etc.?
Interesting question. I cannot answer right now because we've never looked into this direction. Because naturally, ThingsBoard is not designed to act as a hub or as a smart assistant. Yeah, and the smart devices themselves, they are also not purely IoT devices. We have partners and some companies who basically develop specific agents that help mobile devices like tablets, like cell phones, act as an IoT device. One of them is like Blink. I think you should have heard about them. They are actually also the Ukrainian, or the company with Ukrainian roots. So they have applications that turn the iPhones or Android phones into some IoT devices. They can measure, they can be used as trackers and as a typical devices for multiple cases. But again, we've never looked into this direction. So if there is a specific requirement, I think it-novum can collect this from you and then send over to us.
Okay, thank you. So there is one question. This is regarded as a follow-up from the previous question regarding the row-based access control. So what is the best practice to share devices between multiple sub or customers?
If you need to share devices between multiple customers, we have the ability. It depends. Let's say it depends on what exactly do you want to share to those customers. If you want different users from different customer entities to see the data of the same devices, this is one point. But if you want those customers from customer or sub-customer A and users from customer or sub-customer B manage devices, the same devices, then the question would be why? Yeah. So I think this is quite particular case, and maybe we should discuss it either on a separate meeting, not during this meetup. Maybe it really doesn't make sense to anyone.
Okay, thank you. More questions? There's another one in the chat. Hi, are there any widgets planned that are able to display video streams, e.g. RTSP?
Yes. Yes, this is also one of the goals that we have, because the nature of requests more or less the similar that I hear today on this forum, because again, we have companies that use security cameras and they would like to stream video. We have companies that provide solutions to like assisted living solutions and hospitals, and they would also like to see or to stream video from patients. So as a custom solutions, we've done it multiple times, and it's even not a rocket science to implement even RTSP streams. But again, yeah, we do have this in our to-do list, and streaming widgets will also appear.
Thank you. Just wait one more moment for any more questions to come up. Okay, that's not the case. No additional questions at this point. Alex, thank you for your presentations and the insights regarding the product updates of ThingsBoard and the upcoming roadmap. And yeah, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, my German is not too good, so that's why I prefer speaking English. Sorry.
Absolutely no problem.
Yeah, maybe next time I will tune up my German and manage to speak.
Okay, perfect. Then see you soon and bye. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.